Hello, Peter. Welcome back to VOV 24/7 Cultural Rendezvous. Can you tell us about some of the most typical Dutch food?
Here in Vietnam, we love to eat pho or something hot for breakfast, right? Something soupy. The Dutch are very much the opposite. We don't want anything hot, we want something dry and cold. And doesn't mean that it's not delicious, it's just different. So we eat sandwiches, like bread, butter, and some kind of deli slice, whether it's sliced meat, cheese. We eat lots of cheese.
Cheese. How popular is cheese in the Netherlands?
We eat maybe more cheese than anybody else in the world. Oh yeah, we are huge consumers of cheese. People might say the French are the cheese country. I will say with 100% certainty that we are definitely more of a cheese country. You can find cheese everywhere. So we eat lots of cheese, but then cold-cutted cheese. Not melted cheese, but cold cuts. We'll have our coffee for breakfast.
I'm surprised that cheese is more than just a daily type of food in Holland. If I want to taste the most authentic Dutch cheeses, where should I go?
Cheese is probably one of our biggest export products. If you think of, here they would call it Gouda or Edam, Gouda. Yeah, I mean, if you go to a place like Alkmaar it's just north of Amsterdam. They have this big cheese market, and they bring out all the cheese into the big square in the city. They'll bring out all these cheeses and lay it out. That's traditional, but yeah, cheese is sold practically anywhere. If you think of the Dutch, you think cheese. It's sold worldwide. You can find Gouda cheese even in Vietnam. You go to the Lotte or even to Phoebe Mart, you can find Gouda and Edam.
That's breakfast, right? So what about lunch and dinner?
Breakfast and lunch is exactly the same meal. It's not very common to eat anything else that diverts away from sandwiches. And only in the evening do you have a hot meal. Dinner, we have the dishes like stampot, hutspot, worst, boerenworst, which is a big sausage, bloemkool, which is like cabbage or cauliflower. Of course, if you have potatoes and you need to get some gravy on them, But if you ask the standard Dutch person what they like to eat, their diet or the things that they like to eat on a daily basis could be varied. I don't know any Dutch people that only eat Dutch food every single day. It could be stampot on Monday, but then spaghetti on Tuesday, and maybe Chinese takeout on Wednesday, or satay, like Indonesian food, rijsttafel, We have so many different cultures in our country that we don't settle for just one dish. When I was still living there, I would literally eat, Chinese, Surinamese, Javanese food, Indonesian food. Satay is such a big thing there. Gado-gado, like nasi goreng, which is fried rice, which is like kumzang, Indo, so nasi goreng. And we also have Turkish food and like kebab. Lots of places that sell kebab, doner kebab. Yeah, and then you have your American food as well. You got your hamburgers and all that. There's so much choice out there.
Good to know that you have a diverse range of food in the Netherlands. Does that mean eating out is a regular thing?
The restaurants are expensive, but at the same time, we like cooking. Most of my friends, we all cook. We love cooking. We share ideas. I mean, my wife she's usually home before I am, and she doesn't need to go to work every day. So most of the time, I would say like 5 days out of 7, she will be the one cooking. But then on weekends, whenever I have time, then I'll cook. We always make an effort to have a nice meal every day.
Eating habits can be varied in different parts of the country, just like northern and southern parts of Vietnam. Is this the same in the Netherlands?
Yeah, they have like different pastry dishes in Limburg, which is in the southernmost, the southern province, southeastern province of the Netherlands. They have something called vlaai, and vlaai is a type of cake. It's not cheesecake. It's sweet. It's delicious. It's almost like a pudding inside a cake. So there are some things that are different. We have lots of beer. Every region has its own beer. So Heineken and Amstel beer are the two commercial beers that we have. Heineken, and they're both from Amsterdam. We also have a lot of local beers like Hertog Jan There's Bavaria beer, Bavaria. You have all kinds of other beers out there, and each region has its own.
Thank you, Pierre, for the talk today.